Hi there, this is Andrew from the Road Cyclist Guide again, and in this video we're going to talk about how to lose belly fat through cycling. Um, Belly fat is a real problem. I have it, everyone, I don't know if everyone has it, but I think you get to a certain age and it collects around the middle. There's no two ways of denying that. I love eating. I can't deny that. I love a beer, I love a glass of wine, and actually any excess calories from my age just literally sits around my middle, which is why it's called middle-aged spread, I suppose. Um, and it's a bit of a problem. Well, it's a big problem if, for a man, if you have, apparently, I've been doing a lot of research on this, but apparently if you have a waistline above 40 inches, um, as a man, it's actually potentially seriously detrimental to your health, and as a woman, 35 inches. The problem being that the belly fat actually surrounds your internal organs, and if you have that amount of extra fat in that area, it can lead to all sorts of heart problems and diabetes and cardiovascular issues and just stuff that you really don't want to happen. So, can you lose belly fat through cycling? Well, the answer is, broadly speaking, yes. You can't specifically do any specific exercises that will just help you lose weight on your belly to a certain extent. So crunches and sit-ups and things like that um, are good for definition, but they don't in essence don't really burn off the fat in that area. The only way that you can actually reduce the amount of fat around your middle, around your belly, is to reduce your weight, overall weight, full stop. And cycling is absolutely great for that. Now, I'm going to go through a couple of points about this, but there's an accompanying blog post on the Road Cyclist Guide, which will be a description in a bit below, which will give you a lot more detail and a lot more ideas of how to use cycling in the most effective way to A, lose weight, get and B, hopefully to actually reduce the amount of fat you have around your middle as well. So the well, there's two main things that I will talk about in the video. The first thing is to do HIIT training, or HITT training, HITT being high intensity training. And that is great for burning calories, great for burning off fat. It's it's not the most pleasant thing to do to a certain extent. It's basically sprinting, resting, and repeating, and working at your sort of 9 out of 10 capacity for a short interval, and then having recuperation, and then doing that, on a repeat cycle. There's a lot of different ways of doing it, a lot of different ways of timing it, a lot of different sort of ideas about what works best. And if you look at the description and read the video and read the blog post, there's links in that to all sorts of information on the Road Cyclist Guide about how to do HITT or HIIT training really effectively. It does work, I have to say. I tend to do a one HIIT session a week. I'm not like mega fit or super cyclist or anything like that. I tend to do one on my turbo trainer in the garage once a week for 25 to 30 minutes or so. I can definitely feel it works for my fitness, and I think also in terms of weight loss, I think it's really, really helpful as well. Possibly to put this in context, I'm absolutely no expert on nutrition or weight loss or anything like that, but through cycling and cycling alone and a bit of cross training as well, I did in about 18 months or so lose about 5 stones in weight. So from me being pretty much overweight to being the sort of most underweight and fittest I've been for decades through cycling. So HITT training is one of the ways of doing it. The other way that is really good is cycling in a fasted state. So cycling when you haven't eaten first thing in the morning without having breakfast. This sort of kick starts your metabolism. You burn fat a lot more effectively, a lot more quickly if you haven't eaten first, and your body essentially draws on the fat reserves and stores that you have, rather than on the food that you've got going through your system. So fasted riding is a really, really good idea. Again, there's more detail in the blog post. Be careful with it. For a start, you don't really know how your body might react. Don't go on like a 40-mile cycle ride or anything without eating for a start to see how you go. Maybe do half an hour or an hour or so. Make sure that you're hydrated. Certainly don't do, if you're an average rider, any more than a couple of hours or so without eating, because you're at real risk of your blood sugar totally dropping, and then you do the terrible thing called bonking in cycling, which is horrible. It's just really, really unpleasant. So do take it carefully. There's more information in the blog post in the description below on how to do that properly, along with a number of other really, really good cycling ideas about how to use cycling for weight loss. And also some ideas about some cross training and other things, and a few nutritional ideas that I found really, really helpful, that have helped me to lose weight with cycling or through cycling, and certainly to shift what I had a great beer gut at one point, and that's essentially gone. I've still got a bit, but it has gone. So it does work. So description below. Click on the description below. Subscribe if you'd like to, and I hope to see you in the next video. Thank you. Bye.